Hey guys, today I wanted to tell you about a couple of things that I've got for my business. One is an AI agent, a phone agent, and the other is a chatbot, both of which I think are the best ones to use for my actual business. I've got other chatbots to do complicated tasks, but this one's the most suitable for my actual website, and this is why. It's called Insighto AI. Now, I know this is not one of the mainstream voice agents, but because with all of the voice agents that I looked at, they were so complicated to set up, even the simple ones, and they usually required at least one other thing you had to connect to. And this has both. And you also don't have to, it's very easy to set up. And you've got inbound and outbound, and there's a lot of tools as well which you can use, and the support there is really good, and they'll help you with the voice, and I really like that. So the chat bot is also incredible. I've tested a lot of them, and so has some other business owners that I've been speaking with, and they all have come to the conclusion that this is a really good chatbot. The reason is you can do so much in it. You can train it really easily, and also you can download fact sheets through it, which we need to do as mortgage brokers. You can pass off to a human there. You can also record your voice if you want to. So it's got a lot of different, it's very customizable, and it's very easy to use, train, and to implement on your website. And with the voice agent, it is quite simple. But I think that with voice, even the complicated ones, you can do more complicated things with them, but I don't think we need that. But even with the complicated ones, when you've got swarms and all this sort of thing, each agent within the swarm really only does one little thing. And as a small business owner, once it gets past a basic conversation, it's really best for us to be speaking to the customer, not to have AI to keep progressing things. And this is another thing that Insighto has. If you can see here, this is also a WhatsApp. You can use it in WhatsApp. You can use it in the phone. You can use it in the chat. It's really good. So here's some examples. So you can just press the button and talk to the chat. And then this is the voice agent here. It really does a lot of things, and it's very good for real estate agents as well. It's got multiple languages as well. It's got some demos on the site. This is a demo of a chatbot. These two are demos of the voice agent, one for a dental agency, one for a restaurant. And what's surprising is the level of complexity that the voice agents have, like a full menu. So even if you were like a beautician and you had a complicated, long list of things that you had to explain, it would be really good. And for mortgage brokers, it's good. It's just got the basics, which is all we need. And then when you look at this chatbot, it also because it can pass you links through the chat. If you've got other tools that you want to link to, like there's some on my website already. Sorry, on my YouTube channel. There's some calculators that I made in what's it called? Pickaxe AI. You can send those links to those things or to any calculators that you've made through Poe or something like that through your chatbot. So the chatbot's really important anyway. So you can have a look here, and it's their actual, if you want to play with the chatbot interactively on the website, you can see what you can, how easy it is to use. Anyway, so let's log in and I'll show you how to make these, how simple it is. All right, so I've logged in, and now we start off going to AI agents. And then the first place is data sources. Data sources are only used in chat. They're not used for voice. So if you say add a data source, you can go here and add a data source. And I'll say you can add a PDF, a website link, a text blog, or a CSV. Now, PDFs, well, you know what they are. We add our fact sheets in, and you can add multiple fact sheets. Web links, you could have data going live from a web link if you want to have the chat able to look it up. And then text blobs, you can send them in programmatically. They're usually used to fine tune after you've already finished all your Q&As or you added all your website and your PDFs. If you want to fine tune it, then you would use probably the text blob. That's just a bit of text that you can send in. I think they do have the option of programmatically doing it, but I haven't done that. And then CSV is obviously just a spreadsheet. So you can do all that. So let's say a PDF. Let's say it's going to be a fact sheet. And we have a lot of these as mortgage brokers, obviously, because we like to give, that's probably basic information. The fact sheet's really all a chatbot could do, because you don't want it to be giving advice or to be going too far into territory that you're not allowed to do. So this is pretty much the most it can do, I think. All right, so we'll go to, there we are, interest only, and submit it. That's an interest only fact sheet on interest only loans. Now, if you notice, when you add it, I did add a similar one before, it's black, and then while it's indexing, and then it turns green once it's finished. All right, so that's how you add the data source. Then the next thing you do is you go to assistants, and then you need to create an assistant. It tells you, and you can either do a phone assistant or a chatbot assistant, and it tells you on here exactly how to do it. It's not very hard. Okay, so you add an assistant. Now, you've either got the chat or the phone. Okay, if you choose the chat, which we'll do to start off with, then you take off the voice, and then you type in a name, then your personal name, whether you allow data sources, so let's just, and hide the data source, that's the fact sheets. You could have the chatbot reference the fact sheets and not show them to the customer. We like to show them to the customer so that they can see the fact sheets that we're referencing, and then allow human handover as well, which I like to allow human handover. I don't like to hide the data sources. And then for the prompt, then we'll need to also create a prompt for our website. So I will just go and do that now. Actually, I'll just show you the one I already did, because I did one while I was waiting. Home loan assistant, this is it here. So we call it home loan assistant, will allow human handover. We're using 4.0. We're not going to use the 3.5, I think is a lot cheaper. But I usually train on 4.0 whether I use it or not. We don't have these type of loans in Australia, so I'll get rid of those. I just took this out of ChatGPT as but what I should do is put in about all the fact sheets and interest only loan. Yeah, actually there's interest only loans in there. I might just get rid of that, because we don't call them that in Australia. We call them variable rate mortgages. Mortgages. My spelling, there's a lot to be desired today. Variable rate. There we go. Variable rate mortgages. Okay, so that will do for now. And then we'll save and exit that. See, if you notice, we don't have any of the voice enabled. So we save and exit. Then what we do is we go into widgets. And then you go add a widget. And then you just give it a name, put a thing for your internal reference, and then select the one you just selected. So I will just do one I just picked. I think this is the one I just picked. I'm not sure, actually. I'll do another one just in case. Okay, so home loan widget. Let's call it. We'll call it, I think we called it home loan assistant, and then home loan assistant. I think we'll just call it that. And this is a chat. And submit it. Okay, there it is. Then to customize the widget, you then go in here And this is where you can ask the original questions. You can add action buttons, which is where you add the links. So let's say we add a link, say call broker, and then you can put, or book broker, maybe. You can put a phone number in there, or you could put a link to a calendar in there, which I think is probably better than a phone number because people don't always ask their phone numbers. All right, I'll just get a link. That's another thing I did is I used TidyCal which is another calendar app from AppSumo. It's very self-explanatory, but it's called TidyCal, TIDYCal.com. So you can do that if you want to. And then you can just put the link in there. And that then sends a link to your calendar if they want to book a broker, book in to talk to a broker. Okay, and then instead of tell me about your company, I don't like those icebreakers. That's what they call them, icebreakers. Here they are. Tell me about your company. We don't want that. We want that like to refinance like a loan. How about I want a loan? I want a loan. And then we'll also remove the branding. So you can see here, so how can I assist you? And then we've added, okay, so then we update that. Then what we do, so we've customized the widget. The other thing which we've got to do now is go back to the data source now that it's been ready to use because it's turned green. We go into Assistant. And on the Assistant, the home loan assistant there, we add the data source. So right now, we'll add few data sources. Actually, I don't think that was the assistant that we just did. I think we did. It was. Okay. So that's good. So now when you've got that assistant, it's got those sheets to reference when it talks in chat, and we can visit it. Let's visit it, have a look at it. We had the one with the, it was the home loan widget. I'd like to refinance, I want a loan, those ones. Okay, the other thing that's not there that should have been there is I don't understand. Let me have another look at that. What happened to that assistant? We'll go back into customize the widget. I thought we'd said speak to a broker. Yeah, we did. Why is that not there? Okay. And you could even add a phone number into if you wanted to. All right. Update it correctly. All right, now we should be able to go to it. All right. Let's go to the playground and have a look at it. So it was home loan widget, that was it. Okay. I'd like to refinance. What will it say to me? Oh, and that's where it's got the book a broker. Ish. Please. There. There we go, that's better. I don't know why that happened. I must have pushed it somewhere. Okay. And then I'll just say book broker. And then you go to book broker. Okay, so that is the bot. Okay, then what we do is we will now make a phone agent. Okay, we don't worry about a data source because the phone agents don't have data sources. Just go assistant. Add an assistant. This time you hit phone. Now you've got to pick a speaker. And then the next thing you do is use you've got to call the assistant a name. Okay, so this is M Assistant. I'm just going to call it My Assistant. My Assistant. Now, with the templates, if you look at their example ones, they're really good. I've tested theirs extensively, and you can see the amount of information that they're able to do. And then what I would recommend doing is normally I would use ChatGPT or prompting, all these different prompting ones to get the prompt right. But instead of that, I would just base your prompt on their prompts, because these ones, for some reason, work really well. And on a phone, you don't want them talking too long. You want the conversation to be short, but get to the point of basically the whole point of our phone calls is to get them to book a broker, and realize that that's really, if they're not booking a broker, we don't want to keep them on the phone. We'd rather email them. So that's basically the purpose. So we go to the dental clinic appointment, and then here you would just, I think I just customized that one. What I will do is I'll go into the one I actually did, because here it is, because you can only use one phone number. So I will just show you the one I actually did. So this is it here. So there's Julia from Finance on the Coast, and these are the different services we offer. This is how they're to greet them. These are the way that they mention the availability, and then there's the conversational style. And Jenny is the person that, so you've got all different ones you can use. I just use Jenny because it's the least credits, and she was a phone assistant. Okay, so we save and exit. All right, so that is how you make the phone assistant. Then you just do a widget. You've got to create a widget for the phone assistant as well. And for that, all you do is you say phone assistant. Actually, we could just call her phone Jenny. Okay, and then we've got, she was, I can't remember which one she was. She was broker assistant. That's who she was. And then this is phone Jenny. And then, whoops, Jenny. And then what you do is when you hit this, you can either choose to record it or not. In Australia, we're not allowed to record it without telling the people recording it, so we can't record it unless you tell them. And then the Twilio account, and then you select the phone number. To get those, mine will come up here, which will be useless to you, and then submit, and that's all you do. That's how you get the phone. But the way you get the Twilio integrated is you just go here, hit setup, and it's really obvious. You only have to paste 2 keys in. It's very simple to do, and there's instructions when you do it. All right, so you've got that. So that is the phone widget. And now, once the phone widget's done, then you can have the phone call a person. You can do it outbound or inbound. Now this number's on the phone, the number that you selected. You can also use WhatsApp and like all these ones, Teams and all sort of thing. But I'll show you an example of an outbound call, and I have it call my phone now. I'll just put my phone on speaker. So you use the widget and then hit start. Okay. Here it is.
Hello, this is Julia from Finance on the Coast. How can I assist you today?
Oh, hi. I'd like a loan, please.
Great. We offer different types of loans. Which loan are you interested in today?
I was thinking of getting a fixed loan.
Sure. To proceed with the fixed line loan, may I have your name, please?
Yeah, my name's Virginia.
Thank you, Virginia. Would you like to schedule an appointment to discuss the fixed line loan further?
Yes.
If so,
yes.
What would be a convenient time for you?
What choices
Great.
are there?
Here are some available. The available meeting slots for next week are Monday, 9 to 11:30 a.m., 12:30 p.m. to 1:30 p.m., Wednesday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., Friday, 9 to 10 a.m., 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Please let me know which of these times works best for you, Virginia.
Oh, can I have 9 a.m. on Friday, please?
Perfect. I have you scheduled for Friday at 9 a.m. Now, may I have your phone number, please?
Yeah, it's this. It's the number I'm calling on.
Could you please? Thank you, Virginia. Can you confirm the phone number you're calling from, just to ensure we have it correctly?
Yeah, it's 0412426282.
Thank you, Virginia. Lastly, may I have your email address?
Yeah, it's vg@me.com.
Thank you, Virginia, for providing your email address as vg@me.com. We have you scheduled for a meeting on Friday at 9 a.m. We look forward to seeing you soon. Feel free to call us if you have any questions.
Okay, thanks. Okay, so that was the agent. So the agent does a decent job of, and that agent works the same whether I call them or they call me. And you can just keep testing it and changing it to suit you. So that is Insighto. So if you want more videos like these, showing you behind the scenes of the technology that we're using and how we're using AI in our business, then subscribe to my channel and like the videos. Thanks, guys. Bye.